Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
Boy. Hello. it was a exciting moment. Now it had 10 minutes of almost.
We cut it awful close on that one.
Good night. How are you? I hope everybody's fine. This is our ninth episode, the after hours, and actually, we're doing a special after hours. We're doing a special because we're shooting it here from Orlando with in the Winter Garden studio.
That's right.
With our friend Jason. Hello, Jason.
Hello, and welcome to After Hours, everybody. It's good to be here again. We have so much to talk about. But we're in the we're in the same space, and I'm missing Collin a lot.
Well, from their view, it doesn't look like you guys are in the same space, so it doesn't really matter.
That's true.
I had a really nice trip yesterday from Miami to Orlando, and today I had the opportunity to spend 5 nice hours, and 5 hot hours in Epcot. But we're gonna
pretty warm today, that's for sure.
We're going
everywhere.
We're going to talk about it later on. Hello, hi Chris, hi Joe. Let's say hello to our friends.
Yeah, there's a lot of people kind of rolling in here all of a sudden because we did get a late start tonight.
It was a little late start. So I see Chris, I see both. Like my favorite Chris's. Lisa Milam, good to see you as well. Mark Jones, of course. I still couldn't convince him to do the thing.
Disappointing.
But it's gonna happen. Hey Joe Logan, good to see you as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Joe, I know he was one of the first people in here, one of the first people to leave a comment when I shared it this afternoon. So good to see you, my friend.
Colin, Terry's asking if you changed shirts now.
Yeah, I did change shirts this afternoon.
Is she following your fashion, or what's going on?
I did this story on my Facebook feed this afternoon, and I had to change shirts because I went and hit some golf balls, and I sweat through everything I was wearing. So I came back, took a shower real quick, and changed up shirts.
We appreciate that.
I'm shocked she noticed it.
Terry notices
everything. That's impressive.
People saying that I'm having echo. One thing, guys, our setup today went crazy. There was, but I hope you can enjoy the show like this. We tried. That's why we almost got late to go live here. But let's try to do it. I'm always concerned when we test. We test our technical limits. Actually, it's sad now that I cannot. I can see if I can. Let me try to see if I can show you guys this special cam. Oh, it's here. Look.
He's so loud. That's the problem. I never realized how loud he is. He
the Brazilian in it.
He's shouting these balls were not meant.
Am I too loud? I'm trying to see here. Sorry, guys, but look, wave.
So loud. He's so loud. We could always share the microphone too, if you want.
I think so. I think we're gonna rely on yours.
Mine?
Yeah.
No, we could use yours, and because it picks up everything. So I think
kind of pick up everything.
It's a Yeti.
I don't hear it on my end. They might hear it on their end though. Verify for us if you guys.
Oh, they said they'll take the echo. Jeremy says, Jeremy Goff, you're hilarious. He says, I'll take the echo. It just means twice as much Carlos.
Okay, guys.
It's like the double mint gum commercial.
The double mint gum?
Was that double mint? Isn't that double mint?
I don't know.
But let me
you do know is the scary part.
Let me tell you one thing. We're gonna start right now with something that we started to do not since the first episode, but I think since the 4th or 5th, and we start every day. Every time that we do it, we enjoy it. And so here is tonight top 10 list. People, we're trying to set up the.
Yeah, we're trying to fix it
We're
here.
trying to fix the phone here. Okay.
Is that better or worse or the same? It's like you're at the eye doctor.
Yes. And again, let me show you our stadium camera.
The in-house stadium view.
If we make it through this thing alive, it's going to be amazing.
I'm seeing my friend Allison. Allison is a good resource for these technical issues. Allison, give us your feedback if you're hearing everything fine here. And
well, there's a delay, so we're gonna sit around and wait.
It's gonna hold 17 seconds before they'll actually hear anything.
But guys, let's go with our top 10. And how you want to do that? Let's do it.
Well, usually we start at 10.
Yes,
and then we go to 1.
But I
yes, but who is going to do that?
Yeah.
Oh, why don't you do it? I mean.
Yeah, start it off.
Sure.
So, okay.
Number 10. Well, wait. Why don't we get in the subjects?
Oh, we forgot. Yes, my God. The topic for tonight's top 10 list.
We haven't done this in forever.
Is top 10 alternative music tracks for Disney attractions. And I know that me and my buddy Jason, we had a lot of fun. Let's see.
I struggled with this immensely, but I did. It looks like a few of mine actually made the list, so we'll see.
Collin and Carlos's names were switched. They said.
Yeah, I'm trying to do this right now. You know one thing? I'm taking out the names.
When I'm over on this side of things, I'm hundreds of miles away in Kentucky. I can just watch the plane crash unfold.
And so what we're going to do is going to for tonight's top 10 list, which is, as I said, top 10 alternative music tracks for Disney attractions. So let's start with number 10. Crazy Train by Ozzy Osbourne for Big Thunder Mountain. I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. Good.
That's one of my favorite songs ever.
You really?
Amazing song.
Love that song. Number 9. You want number 9?
Yes. Ghostbusters by Ray Parker Jr. for The Haunted Mansion.
There's something strange in your neighborhood. Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters!
It's also good. You know what I also thought for the same attraction? Enter Sandman by Metallica. But that was
Yeah, there's so many good ones for that one. it's a softball.
But can you imagine doing a playlist and you go to the attractions with that soundtrack? Amazing.
It'd be fun.
Number 8. I Can Drive 55 by Sammy Hagar for Test Track.
Of course, it should be like 65 because that's the number it never gets to.
Do you know who Sammy Hagar, Collin?
Yeah, this was mine. I don't know why I put this on the list.
Really?
Yeah.
Amazing. I didn't know that. Good. It's number 7. Welcome to the Jungle by Guns N' Roses for the beginning of Jungle Cruise.
Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. We got everything you want. How do we know the name?
Hello.
I was trying to tell him maybe you should mute your mic when you're not speaking because
but then
he doesn't.
He's gonna mute everything because it's an overlay. Number 6. Tom Sawyer, and this is the second time that song shows up in one of our top 10 list. It was only audio effect, but now it is as a soundtrack for the Tom Sawyer Island Caves.
A Monday warrior, mean, mean stride. Today's Tom Sawyer, mean, mean pride.
Yes. How are you guys liking so far? I can.
For the record, I can't hear anything today.
No,
because
this is
it's
the
all
weirdest.
there.
This is just for the record. This is the, and I know you're probably echoing through his mic because his mic picks up basically any noise between Orlando and Miami. I'm beginning to understand the Ponto Miami Ponto Orlando connection now. It's basically a great big catching net. I can hear myself. I'm gonna just come over. All right. This is Tom Sawyer. I think we should work Tom Sawyer into like every episode.
Yes.
I would be happy
Yes.
with that.
For the heck of it.
Actually,
Yes. And you know one thing, I will start doing like the NPR voice. So probably it worked better.
Just
here.
whisper in
So I
the
like
mic
this.
very
Okay.
carefully.
So let's continue with the top 10 list with number 5,
this week on Fresh Air.
Down
top
to
10.
Earth by Peter Gabriel for the big review of Spaceship Earth.
We're coming down to the ground. There's no better place to go. We got snow upon the mountains. We got rivers down below.
That
is also one of my favorite songs ever. From one of my favorite movies ever.
But you know, you can tell there is my friend, and it's someone that I respect a lot. When you bring that song and you bring Peter Gabriel, and that's another guy that probably call in and say what they're talking about.
That one I have no idea who that is.
Wait, what? Wait, Kyle, wait, what? You don't know who Peter Gabriel is? Or you don't know that song?
I don't know either one. But I can't hear it. If I heard it, I might know.
It's so painful. It's so painful. Have you seen Wall-E?
Yes, I have seen Wall-E.
Oh, guys,
Doesn't help me put two and two together.
I cannot forget my NPR voice, and it's just starting. It's just you have to see what's going to
Pretend you're
happen when we
whispering
get to
into
top
their
5.
ears.
Yeah. But so let's go to number 4. And this is amazing. You should be dancing for the Disco Yeti, the Expedition Everest during Yeti scene. Can you imagine? Disco Yeti with a strobe? He already has the strobe light, and now with the mirror globe.
See, Colin, in the 70s they had these.
I'm familiar with the disco ball.
Oh.
Okay, it's number 3 now. I think so.
I don't know. You forgot your NPR voice.
Number 3, Toto's Africa, for the beginning of the Serengeti Savannah and the Kilimanjaro safaris.
It's another good song. It's such a good song.
Well, the lyrics are not that good, but it's amazing.
I'm a little shocked. Who put this one on the list? I'm a little shocked.
I did.
Wait, why? What's
I
shocking
appreciate
about
it.
that?
I like it, but I did not expect it.
And probably you're talking about a recent version that they did, because I know that there's a new version that
There is a new version.
It was recorded.
It's a little different, yeah.
Okay, number 2. I'm trying to respect the mic here. Is number 2, Yellow Submarine by the Beatles, for Disneyland's Finding Nemo Submarine Voyage. Can you imagine all together inside the submarine, which is is yellow, and
With your NPR voice or your normal voice?
with the normal voice screaming and singing the song. And the very last and the first, the very last and the first, no, the first number one top 10 for this week is "Don't Stand So Close to Me" by The Police in every queue.
It's like you just screamed into the mic.
Oh gosh.
I think you spit on Jason's face with that one.
You know one thing, I will try to bring something here because of our friends. I'm trying to find a picture that I took today, and it will be in some kind of how can I say homage to the famous plant picture. Remember that?
I'm sorry for anybody that's new tonight.
We have to clear something up. So people are wondering whether we had the. I can't hear myself with your microphone.
That's the only reason I can hear you now.
Yeah.
Jason, you're muted on your own microphone now, Jason.
Oh, how about that?
Yeah, now you're
that's
back.
better.
That's better. So we have to clear something up. Terry was wondering whether that was actually the Beatles version of Yellow Submarine, and it was. It was. I can absolutely verify that.
So Terry probably will say, "Now be prepared for a strike."
I meant it was not. Of course it was not.
Wasn't that one? No.
It was actually Collin Kendall's version of Yellow Submarine.
Yeah, I'm a really good singer. You just wouldn't know it. And don't ask me to show it.
So let me get something to show you guys here, because you guys all deserve. This picture was taken today in Epcot, and you see that I have a tendency to start to wear things in my head. So not only there's a green
going with this.
There's a green thing.
I'm
there.
just waiting for it because I can't see the picture. I'm just bracing.
There's a
for it.
green
Oh,
thing.
there
That's
it
the one he
is.
sent earlier.
There it is. That's the one he sent us with the tree head thing. Yeah, that's it.
So it's
Yeah, that seems about
three-head
right.
Carlos now.
It's like a mane.
And,
That seems about right.
and what about our top 10 list, our friends? I think it went fine. I think this for me was one of the most difficult ones because I got it totally different in the beginning, as usual. But Jason saved us. Jason did it really right? And he's the guy. He's the wizard with sound clips. So it was amazing. Jason, now is the time.
Now is the best time.
We're still trying to figure things out in the background.
It's funny because when something goes a little bit slow, it's because Jason, we're gonna throw this mic away probably in the next minutes.
The next thing you're gonna see when we switch screens back, they're gonna be this close. That's all. That's what's gonna happen.
And it's funny,
Captain and Tennille.
and probably it's a revenge of the Yeti because this microphone is a Yeti. But let's go to our news of the week. What the idea is to discuss, and there's some news to discuss, yes. And I know that Jason was fast enough today to pick it up, but he's the best one to talk about it. But one thing that I would like to mention that it is important is that today was the first time that I got inside one of the Disney parks. I did not try to go to the previews and things like that, but it was a intense experience the moment you get in and you feel like I'm home, it's pretty special. Um, I was pretty surprised with how safe and um, how clean and how organized things are in terms of your experience there. You could see a lot of supervisors around, and it's not only the regular cast member. You can see a lot of supervisor walking around, and they're not only trying to control things, but you can see that they're still learning a lot of the procedures that they're gonna try to tune in or to twinkle, and it's really amazing what in terms of the operation that they're doing there. It is fantastic. uh, it is a different experience. That's one thing that I have to tell you guys, and that's something that I'm still trying to interpreter, because it is not, it's not, I'm not saying that it was bad, but it was different. And tomorrow is going to be a totally different one for me, because then I'm going to Magic Kingdom, and let's see what's going to happen there. But Jason, do you have some special news?
Well, I don't want my news to be like the only sad news. I mean, I feel like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's not really unexpected, the sad news, but it was the Orlando Business Journal was reporting today that Mary Poppins is on the skids again, on pause.
Which
Big
unfortunately
old pause
isn't
button.
that surprising in the grand scheme of things, with
I
all the
was-
cuts and additions and changes that they're making right now. Something had to give eventually, and I think it was low man on the totem pole. Kind of always felt that way.
I was literally
unfortunately.
telling my son yesterday, we were walking through Epcot, and we were talking about the Mary Poppins, whatever you want to call it. I don't even know whether you can't call it an attraction. It
was
wasn't even clear
supposed to
that it was
be
going to be an
like,
attraction. It was going to be.
Yeah, what is it
We
called?
don't really know.
The street. Like
Oh, that's right,
like
the
a
street.
walk-in. Yeah.
Right. So maybe we'll anyway. So he was asking me yesterday, and I said I don't think it's going to happen. Like not, it was really unclear to begin with, and now it's even.
When Chapek went on, I guess it was MSNBC, wasn't it, and announced that there were going to be cuts, I had a feeling that was going to be the first one.
Because they didn't have a full-fledged plan to begin with for that. Let's be honest.
No, it's just concept art for a street at that point, and they had this goal of doing something inside one of the buildings, and that was about all we got. I mean, it's really one of the few things that they can cut right now, too, that they haven't already started on.
I feel like maybe they're okay. Two things. One, I think that attraction or whatever that attraction was supposed to be is cursed. Like how many times have they tried to do this Mary Poppins thing, and it's just not happening?
Yeah, and it's never happened.
And then I also think maybe somebody's kicking themselves for dismantling the globe from Illuminations.
Okay, you're gonna have to explain that
maybe,
one.
well, like maybe Illuminations wasn't so bad. Maybe we should have kept it a little longer.
What does that have to do with the Mary Poppins?
I'm afraid that like what else would I do? Because I feel like we're gonna be the reason it's called Epcot Forever now is because we're literally gonna be stuck with Epcot forever. Like
It's possible. We could have a very long run of Epcot Forever compared to what it was supposed to be. I mean, Harmonious is probably not going to happen until next year at minimum.
Yeah,
Like
I think you're
at
right.
minimum. Yeah.
I don't think it'll. Yeah, I think everything's gonna be pushed back to basically like when the actual birthday happens.
Yeah.
The anniversary.
If we're
right?
lucky. Yeah.
And then everything will start from that point. So it'll be that following year. But Mary Poppins not happening.
Yep, unfortunately. And while I didn't have news to bring to the table, I just wanted to kind of mention something that I was mentioning in some of my stories and one of my posts today on Instagram. And it's just that as all these crowds are shrinking exponentially, it's easy to get into that mindset of let's go from attraction to attraction to attraction to attraction and just ride everything you can. I think it's important that we bring up that so much of what we do in the parks really isn't dictated by crowds at the end of the day. I mean, we're there to have fun with family and friends and stuff like that and creating memories. I mean, it's easy to get lost in that mindset of I'm just going to ride everything because you're never forced to slow your pace. I think it's important that kind of bring that up and just kind of talk about it because it's something that's very easy to overlook. And I have a feeling I'm going to catch myself doing it when I'm down there in a few weeks. It's just going to be everything's short. Let's go as much as we can, as fast as we can, do as much as we can. And really, you won't have to. It's the perfect opportunity to slow down and not have to worry about things and enjoy the little things. Like you were telling us the other day, you were walking through the parks just saying, there's something I've never noticed before, there's something I've never noticed before. And when you don't have the crowds as much, you're going to see things that you've never experienced before, or never seen before, or never noticed before. I think that's important to kind of note, not really a news item, but nonetheless kind of news of the times and how things are different than what they were at one point.
That's really the best you could do. Just like feel good. Just feel good.
I didn't have anything else.
No, I'm just kidding. That's really good. That's actually really good advice. That's really good.
But there was there's some other news. There was also the news in regards of Spaceship Earth refurbishing or reteaming or the version there. That was also, but for me it's strange because I think that there's still some work that they need to do. They will do outside the attraction to accommodate some of the changes, to accommodate the famous statue, the Walt statue that's supposed to be in the back of Spaceship Earth. So let's see how they're gonna do that. And then I read here. I think that was Jeremy that mentioned something about River of Lights, and that I missed. What happened?
Yeah, that floated out this afternoon. It's really broad rumor. I haven't seen Disney confirm it anywhere, so I hate to share it. But the rumor, keyword rumor, there is that Rivers of Light may not be coming back. Primeval World may not be coming back, and Stitch is probably gone. That's kind of the three
that
part.
last one was the one that was weird for me. The last one when they said Stitch
I thought
is
it
gone.
was already gone.
What exactly?
I thought they'd already taken it apart.
Should I have gone into the building all this time? Like, the attraction had been running and we didn't know it?
Yeah.
Like,
I thought it had been gone for a while, that they'd already taken pieces of it apart. But
it hasn't been open forever.
It hasn't been open
forever.
I think last Christmas, wasn't it? Was the last time it was open at peak season?
Was it? It was not open then.
Yeah, I think it was for a small window of time. Yeah.
I think. Did you step into like a time tunnel of some sort, like a little?
Trust me, I didn't rise. I hate that.
We're gonna have somebody needs to fact check this.
But yeah, it's all rumor at this point. So I'd take a lot of it with a grain of salt until Disney says anything, as always. But that is what floated out this afternoon.
Anything new? Anything else? There was also some mentions regarding Primeval World, but that's one that it's already for me it's already out of the map, and actually it is out of the map because there were some versions.
Carlos doesn't spin, and he doesn't drop.
No,
so
I don't like that ride. I don't like that ride too. But it's not because of the being a roller coaster, but I know it's. For me, it's not.
It's a little weird. It feels like a carnival ride they stuck in Disney, but I mean, it's supposed to, so it makes sense. But at the same time, it's just kind of odd for them. It's not the one that people run to. Let's put it that way. At least the majority of people.
Yeah, I feel like we're I feel like we're getting too negative. I don't want to be those people.
I know.
But we're talking about like.
No, it's not.
I brought positive to the table.
I know. I just don't
You're right.
It's hard to address the Primeval World without addressing that particular land, which I don't like. And the problem is, here's my concern: is that if they're going to shut, this is what I don't understand. If they're shutting the attraction down, then does that mean that they're going to actually do something with that land? Because that may give me hope.
Yes, I
do. So there's kind of mixed thoughts.
It's prime real estate. And I'm the real estate guy.
Yeah, you'd have to. I mean, if you close one of them, you might as well have to close both of them. I mean, the only thing that would really stay would be Dinosaur and probably the restaurant if you rethemed carefully. At the same time, though, I will say that land is really cool at night, but very few people ever get to see it at night because of the nature. I mean, all the glowing lights and stuff is really, really neat at night, but I mean, how many people stay in Animal Kingdom till after 8 o'clock? Now you can't.
Well, it's also neat because you feel like you get to experience the rapture.
What?
in that. Well, yeah, because like you go and there's no one there. It's like
That's
you're
true.
by
It
your-
is empty.
like,
It's a story for a lot of Animal Kingdom when it's open later, though.
oh no, I mean,
Except Pandora.
Dino Land is like
No, I like.
Quiet.
I,
It is
I,
quiet at night.
I like. I have some good feelings. I don't like that ride, but for the land itself, I like. I think that needs something. There would be something new. There could be great, and things could evolve in that side of the park. Yes.
I mean, it wouldn't take much to retheme it either. I mean, you could leave the dinosaur playground and retheme some of that stuff,
Yep.
and you could really use the space effectively and still keep some of the old stuff too that people do like. But why is he laughing? He's
No, it's
laughing.
something
That's
that
never a
you
good
read,
sign.
but it's
no. I just got this image in my head. I just got this image in my head of how Disney's gonna put like. I'm so sorry, Terry, but like I had this image. I had this image in my head that like a year or two from now, there's gonna be some child that's digging in the the dig. They're gonna be digging through the sand, and they're gonna be, look, Mom, it's part of the Illuminations globe.
Oh my gosh.
That's where they're gonna put all the old show and attraction
oh my
parks. And,
gosh.
That's not
no,
good.
too soon. That's probably
Too
too soon.
Too soon.
Too soon. You probably just made Terry cry.
I think. Well, I joke because I don't want to think about it. I mean, like, it makes me too sad to think about Illuminations being gone. Anyway, so let's move. Maybe we should move on.
We should move on, and then. It's our top five, and top five this week. Top five
As
this
if
week
this
was
show
a
couldn't
challenge
get weirder.
because it's going to get weird. I got totally wrong. And I need to come up with a
I
different
think you
list.
should just stop. I think you
Yeah.
just should not talk about it.
But
I think you should just not talk about it.
no, but I corrected in some way, somehow. Our topic this week: top five Disney characters I would like to be friends and hang out with. I got it a little bit wrong. Just say this.
It's so easy. I don't understand. We came up with this idea.
Misunderstood this one.
We came up with this idea. Like, actually, I don't even remember what it was, but we were riffing off of something, and I said, "Well, that's actually, what if we do something like that? What if we
Something
do
that we
top
probably
five,
couldn't say on air.
top five characters that we would want to hang out with, that we may be friends with?" And it seems so easy, like, because how many characters
was
are there?
easy.
There's
It was
so
easy.
many characters.
But
Carlos came up with an interesting list.
I don't think we should talk about
no,
it.
yes,
His list actually didn't change much. That's what's
it changed a
interesting.
little. It changed fundamentally. Yes, it changed fundamentally.
So it's happened in the last 3 hours. Like,
No. You will see. Jason, but let's start with so again. Our top five is Disney's characters we'd like to be friends, hang out with.
Am I going to go first?
You're going first, my
Jeremy
friend.
Gall says
You're going
Carlos picked Jessica Rabbit for all five.
Don't spoil it.
Jeremy, if you only knew.
If
If you only knew.
my friend.
Okay, so my normal top five list. my number five is Doug. Because it's Doug. And Doug's amazing. And like who? Yeah, so you'll see. But I feel like I can't really explain each one until I've assembled the entire list, because there's a like each
There's a method
each
to the madness.
well yeah because each character like it fit like a puzzle. Like each character was important to support the rest of the group. And so Doug, of course, like you need to have Doug. He's awesome, and you need a dog. You need a dog.
Says the guy that's in the vet business.
I love. Yeah. Anyway, we'll start with Doug. Who wants to go next?
That's a good
Colin?
pick.
Colin's the next one.
All right. So I feel like mine's fairly normal, but compared to Carlos's list. So my first one was Bing Bong, because he's your friend that likes to play, and he's just the greatest character ever. I mean,
Can you sing it? Sing the
no,
Bing Bong
I
song?
can't. It would only go poorly. But I mean, that he made that movie for me. It was like the best thing ever, and it's one of the coolest characters that Disney has had. And honestly, I have a Bing Bong stuffed animal like right over there that we bought my dad at some point, and I don't know. It's just one of those fun-loving characters that everybody seems to like, and really doesn't get the attention he deserves on the East Coast compared to the West Coast. He's got his own shop out there, but on this coast, it's kind of underrepresented. Really, that whole movie's kind of underrepresented on the East Coast, minus like a character meet and the new one.
Whose friend likes to play?
Makes you want to shout around.
And that's why when I saw the first character, the one is Doug, and the other in Collins, I said, "Oh my gosh, I got it totally wrong." But I save it. I save it. So let's go to my my list, and the one that I picked for number 5 is Peter Quill. He's a nice dude to be friends with. He's cool. He's funny, and he's always carrying an amazing soundtrack, and that's why. And then suddenly you can call him Star-Lord too. For me, so it's my number 5. Originally was that one, but now is my number 5 is Peter Quill.
He's got good taste in music. I'll give him that.
Oh my goodness! It wasn't funny until he started to explain it.
Sounds like
it felt so normal
like
at first.
dating profile.
I know. Jerry says, I want to hang out with Pancho, Donald, and Panchito. Terrible. Look, I don't think just because I like the Mexico Pavilion.
A little too much.
Okay. Number 4. I'm sort of reading your list. Number 4 is Scott Lang, also known as Ant-Man, because Scott Lang is hilarious. He's like it'd be so much fun to hang out with him. And I think you need somebody who's going to add like levity to the group and keep and Colin's telling me to keep it down. Well, I can't help it. These mics are so damn sensitive. He has a cool suit. He could get us out of trouble.
He has a cool suit.
You know, like I think it's important to have a superhero in the group.
This is officially our worst top 5 ever.
This is not.
No, I think not. I think
top
not. I think you're gonna see that it's gonna start to grow better. Okay, so that was Jason's. Let me go to mine. Okay, let's see my number 4.
Wait, I got skipped.
Oh, you got skipped. No, sorry. I was so anxious about mine. Sorry, it's your turn, my friend. Yes.
So I went to like. Don't laugh at me, Jason. I went to what I consider one of the most underrated characters in Disney, and it's Tantor from Tarzan, the elephant. He's like the ultimate character. He's like Turk's sidekick the whole movie, and Tarzan's best friend, and I mean. He's just a cool character. Why is he laughing at me?
I've never seen Carlos laugh that hard before.
Does he not know who that is?
No, I know who that. I really know who that is. No, I'm just thinking about the contrast.
What's about to happen?
Yes.
I know what's on your list.
Oh my gosh.
See, I can't even explain it better. Just go on to yours, Carlos. Here it comes, people.
No, but your pick is a fun. It's really a fun character. I really like Tantor.
It's a fun character.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one that you probably haven't heard of in a long time either. I mean,
No,
at least most people.
It was my daughter. My daughter was 3 or 4. And she got one of those Tarzan phases that she watches like 7 times a day. So I got that. I'm really connected to that one. Okay.
He's buying himself time. Go
No,
ahead.
I'm not gonna
Spill it on the next one.
Okay, let's go to my number 4. And that was a little bit aligned with the whole idea that I'd had for this for the list. But I would love to hang out with and be friends and be protected by Natasha. And she is the Black Widow. She is fun. She's beautiful, and she can kill you with with one hand. She's a superhero with superpowers, and she's a trained killer. She's amazing. So the my number 4 is Natasha. I'll promise behave myself for the next ones. I'll try, but that's.
Give him one, then he's back to his antics.
I will not throw any honorable mention now because I'm forbidden to do that due to the last episode. So I'm not gonna throw anything there. And Jason is already
just like
trying
to point out,
Jason,
I had an elephant.
if I throw an honorable mention here today, he's gonna jump from that side of the table.
He's gonna strangle you from across the table.
I think the chances of him picking something from my list are
Slim to
slim
none at this
to
rate.
none. Because I will see your Natasha Romanoff. Cue that picture back. No, just I will
He's gonna go there with this.
see your Natasha Romanoff, and I will raise you my number 3, which is Pooh.
Could you have picked a more polar opposite?
Because we made these lists independently, obviously. And Jason is an innocent, wonderful person.
He picks a bear with a red shirt with a balloon.
Because I needed.
And then you have Tantra, Natasha, and then Pooh. Oh my God.
Oh, we've lost all control.
It's over. It's downhill from here.
Pooh is one of those. He's one of those guys who he's going to ground everybody. He's going to provide additional kind of levity, but in an innocent way. He's going to take care of Doug. Be his job. And I think Pooh's one of those characters who kind of. It actually goes back to Colin's point about like being mindful in the parks when you visit. Is slow down, focus on kind of just like enjoying what's around you and letting the magic come to you, as my good friends on the Mickey Waffle podcast, Great British Mickey Waffle podcast say.
That's a mouthful there.
The Great British Mickey Waffle podcast.
Yeah.
That mouthful?
Say that 3 times fast.
I cannot say that.
Pooh, number 3.
Can't.
Oh, Colin, what's your number 3, Colin?
So this is one of my all-time favorite characters, and I quote it all the time, and it's Kronk from The Emperor's New Groove, and partially because Patrick Warburton is one of my all-time favorite actors. He's just a funny guy all around, and he follows me on Twitter, so I'm a little biased, and he seems like a super nice guy, a very down-to-earth guy, and all the voiceovers he does is stuff that I love. So but that character itself is one of the funniest characters that's kind of ad-lib that Disney has done in many, many years. And there's so many one-liners in that movie. Just even the scene alone where he's talking to the squirrel is one of the greatest scenes.
Yes, you're right.
And I don't know, it's something about Kronk. It's just hilarious. Everything he says is funny. And the spinach puffs, I mean,
It's been forever since I've seen that movie. I feel like
I need to watch it on Disney Plus again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great
I like
movie.
that one.
Great movie.
Great, Colin.
Here we go.
No,
Here we go.
no, don't worry.
No, not yet. This one's innocent.
No, don't worry. It's not Pooh, but it's...
Yeah, but this one's gonna. Okay. Here we go.
Now I really love it. It's Phineas and Ferb, my number 3. And, it is an amazing... Jason is losing his mind. I don't know why.
How do you go from Black Widow to Phineas and Ferb?
Because you changed the topic. Or I changed the interpretation.
No,
I don't understand how you pick both Phineas and Ferb.
Because
It's a two for
they're
one.
the
I
two
mean,
for
they come
one.
together.
They're 2 for 1, and suddenly
I'll back him on this
suddenly
one.
they can build up.
Okay, then I picked the Wasp also.
Yes, you could do that. You didn't.
Oh,
That's fine. I'm okay with that.
They suddenly they can build a roller coaster in their backyard, or they can do a water park there, and they have not only they have a platypus as their pet, but the platypus is a secret agent. It's
oh, now you're gonna
He's gonna throw
Really?
another one in. So much for not adding honorable mentions.
so Phineas and Ferb, and I did not steal any mention of
Perry.
you guys.
So Phineas, Ferb,
Phineas and
Perry,
Ferb.
and maybe Doofenshmirtz too.
Gotta get the whole cast in there.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Jason.
Well, 2 can play that game
I know what he's gonna do here.
because my number 2, my actual number 2, which Colin can verify is my actual number 2, is Mando. The Mandalorian, of course, because
He's awesome.
he's awesome. He has a spaceship. He's got mad fighting skills. He's going to get us out of all sorts of situations. And because apparently we can have buddies come along, of course we're going to have the child. Oh, and we're going to have what's her face? What's her name? The
She was trained by
Yeah, I'm not
Natasha.
good with names.
She was
we're definitely getting the child with Mandalorian for sure.
And the little old guy that rides the thingies.
He's good too. I have
He's
spoken.
no more.
I have spoken.
So yeah, Mandalorian's my number 2,
That's a good one.
and everybody else on the ship.
All of them. So on to number 2 for me, and this was the one that you guys probably wouldn't expect. It's from Tron Legacy, and it's Sam Flynn. That character's always been cool to me. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just because I relate to the character because of similar age or what it is, but could you imagine that lifestyle? Like, it would just be cool. You're riding a motorcycle through the town. You're jumping off buildings. I guess it's called. Wait. Called?
Are you? Is Sam Flynn your friend, or are you becoming Sam Flynn?
I mean, both work. I mean, I could be a shareholder in a
That's
multi-billion
a
dollar
completely
company.
different top
I'm
5.
okay
Like,
with
which
it.
characters would you like to become?
No, could you imagine hanging out at that house on the river, on the water there? That'd be awesome. But I don't know. I love the movie. One of the coolest characters that is also underappreciated, and Tron Legacy is just a really cool movie, and so many good characters in that completely get overlooked. Hopefully, that won't be overlooked this much when it opens in Magic Kingdom.
No, you're right. You're right. Someone wrote something that
Jeremy.
what Jeremy said here.
Jeremy Goff said, "I'm looking forward to Carlos picking the entire apple dumpling gang."
That's about right.
I'll promise that
That's just number 1 on his list.
I promise that my number 2 will be just one mention, because actually there's no way that okay, my number 2 is Jessica Rabbit. That's it.
That's all he can explain.
Well, the picture shows itself.
But your wife's gonna appreciate that one.
Oh gosh, did you put a picture up too? Did you cue a picture up?
Yes.
Oh god.
Okay.
Well, there goes the Ian we had with Disney.
No.
There she is.
And I used a 3D picture.
A 3D picture.
Yes. You want to show it?
Oh no.
No.
Right.
It was enough that they had to store it downtown Disney for
thought-
years.
I love Jessica Rabbit, and I think that,
I wonder why.
no, she needs to be in my list, and that's it. Okay.
I don't even know what movie she's from.
No, she's from Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and she's actually Roger's wife. Yeah, I like. That's it.
That is a good movie, though. I'll give him credit for that.
Yes. Jason, you're number 1.
Is this the one, Colin, that you thought I was making up?
Yes.
Yeah, this is
yes.
totally made up.
That's not made up. Okay, everyone, friends, you're going to validate this for me. My number one is Happy Hogan. Happy.
No clue what that is.
Are you kidding me?
No, not a clue.
From Iron Man?
No. I've seen it one time, and it was a long time ago.
There's multiple Iron Mans. Plus, there's the Avengers. Have you seen the Avengers?
I have seen the Avengers.
Have you seen Have you seen
Is he the same one from Spider-Man too? The
Yeah,
Homecoming
he's the
one?
same guy. Yeah,
I'm
his
placing
name's
it
Happy.
now. Yeah, I couldn't place the picture. I don't know why. I didn't know that was his name. That's so random. You can't get a
God.
cooler name than that.
I just have you watched The Mandalorian? This is also the same guy who created The Mandalorian.
I don't think I knew that.
Oh boy.
No, I told you I'm not good with names.
I like so. I don't even know what else to say after this.
Why is that number one on your list though? We have to have a description.
Because he's awesome. Number one, he's hilarious. He's loyal. He knows all the Avengers.
And Spider-Man.
And he created Mando. Like, of course he has to come along. Oh my gosh.
Colin, you're number one.
Killing me.
So my number one makes sense. It's Han Solo. And because it's Han Solo, you also get Indiana Jones by default. So that's a 2-for-1. So you can't lose when that's your number one.
Okay, so then I also get Swingers, and I get Friends, and I get everything that John's been into as an actor.
Well, that's not Disney. That doesn't count.
It might be now, though. You never know.
You never know. But Han Solo's awesome. I mean, it's like the best Star Wars character that's ever been around, and Indiana Jones. Come on, Harrison Ford is just an amazing guy.
You really think Han Solo's the best Star Wars character?
Oh, for me, hands down.
Really?
Hands down.
Interesting.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Really,
with
Harrison
Colin.
Ford's a really cool dude in real life too. Like, the man flies planes and breaks his arms
and crashes sometimes. Yeah.
Stuff. Yeah. He survived what, 2 or 3 plane crashes now?
Yes.
I mean, he's got to be a cool guy to hang around with. As long as you're not in that airplane. Stay on the ground and you'll be fine.
Chris Shepard says Indiana Jones was a dream that Han Solo had while frozen in carbonite.
There you go. See, he's backing me up. 2-for-1.
I don't know. It's not necessarily backing you up.
Okay, my number one, and actually was in the original. It was in my original list, and it is the man himself, Tony Stark. Can you imagine being friends with Tony Stark?
It would be pretty cool. And I'm not even that big of a Marvel person, obviously. But
all the cars, his house, parties, and he's he probably would say, "No, there's a suit for you here." With the Brazilian colors, and actually the guy that Jason picked up is his security, his bodyguard. So
I want to point out one important thing.
He's probably gonna make fun of me here.
No, it's funny.
All the characters that I picked are actually, as their characters, are still alive.
Except Doug.
What are you talking about? Doug's still alive.
Does Doug really count as alive?
Of course.
Yes,
Doug's alive.
Don't kill Doug.
Scott Lang's alive. Who's alive? Mando's alive. Happy Hogan's alive. Black Widow's dead. Sorry, buddy, but she's gone.
She still lives
Bing
in my
Bong
dreams.
just disappeared. There's no verification.
Tony Stark. Spoiler alert. Tony Stark's gone.
Let me see.
Bing Bong. But we know what happened to Bing Bong, and it's sad.
Bing Bong just fell into a cavern. He didn't die.
He was forgotten forever.
It doesn't mean he's dead.
And Solo, we know how that ended. I need you to help me, Dad. I need you to help me. Don't help him. It's not a good...
Phineas and Ferb are alive. Peter Quill is still alive.
Yeah, he's still alive.
Jessica Rabbit is still alive.
Somewhere.
I'm not saying all of your people are dead. What I'm saying is that it's kind of important for your if you want your buddies to be, that they still exist. That's all I'm saying.
I will dive into that cavern with Bing Bong. There he goes.
Oh,
I'll
now,
just ride the wagon in after him.
and so let's see with our audience what they think. What they think about our top 5. You like it?
It can't be good. Like,
No, there was some love for some things that I said here. I would not mention, but they yes.
Kyle said Jessica Rabbit. Carlos is picking up Jessica Rabbit in his Iron Man suit.
Okay. Oh, anything from the group or the any?
Oh, there's a lot of things. There's a
You know,
lot
it's
of
funny
things.
because
just
just
kinda
today,
digest
the way that I'm set, the terrible micro from the Yeti, it is actually in my line sight for the comments. I cannot see. So, but I'm feeling the comments.
See, people are agreeing with my Han Solo comment, though. One of the
They
best
are.
Star Wars characters, if not
He's
the
one of the
Star
best.
Wars character.
He's one of the best. I was just always Luke. I was Luke. I was Luke kid.
Now he just sits on that island by himself.
But
You
now he's
know-
with Bing Bong.
but you know one
Now
thing,
he's with Bing Bong.
That's one important thing. When he's sitting on that island in that rock looking, you know what he hears? He hears something.
Not Bing Bong.
No.
Wait,
He hears something.
what is that?
There's something there. What's that sound? You
That's
can
one of our
imagine.
worst transitions.
Look
Like-
in the island alone. What's
was
the
reaching.
sound?
What is that? It sounds like a Disney theme park. It's way in the distance.
Way in the distance.
So I'm kind of excited about this week's sounds.
Yes.
Actually,
Yes.
Mhm.
It was
I
great.
think one is probably kind of a warm up of sorts. Hopefully that's the one we start with. But the other one, well, I don't want to give any hints. I don't want to give any more hints. I'm kind of excited about one of them.
Okay. You want me to go with number 1 though? So in 1, 2, and 3. And I can hear a dog.
That's me. Sorry. That's my dog.
You? Doug?
I wish you had one of those colors. It would make life so much easier.
I don't know. I have no idea. This is the beauty of being together, because apparently you can't hear the sounds when you're here. I have no idea what he just played. You have to listen.
Caleb. Look.
Okay. So now I know what played, because Caleb is so on it. So you're gonna have to be a little more. You have to be a little more specific than that. So Lisa Milam says Animal Kingdom. That is incorrect, Lisa.
Terry, you can do this. This is your encouragement.
Sarah Goff, Wandering Musician in Africa. Nope.
And for the record, I still can't hear anything. so I'm just gonna read random comments because I have no idea what he just played.
Chris Shepard says I'm right.
Somebody said the
Harambe
Lion King show.
No, it's not. You want to play it? You want to play it again?
Yes.
Terry's saying it's too hard for her.
In
She
1,
can't play this game. I'm trying to be encouraging.
in 1, 2, and 3.
It's.
Got a somebody saying it's
This
tough
isn't.
to be a bug.
This isn't just so everyone knows. This was not the warm up one. This is not. This is not what I was saying was the warm up one. So it is a little harder than it is harder. Let's see.
He said Animal Kingdom Lodge. Lisa said Morocco.
Lisa, Morocco. Nope, that's although Lisa, you're getting warmer.
Jeremy, I'm not going to read that.
Maybe getting warmer.
Carlos just read it.
Please, someone, give us something else to read here, other than Jeremy's comments. Actually, it sounded like, so Terry says, actually, it sounds like it might be right outside Yak and Yeti, and that is not the right park. It's not the right park.
So narrow it down to a park for him, Jason.
Well, there's only 4 parks. So let's play the song again, and let's think about the parks where this could occur.
In 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
Somebody asked if it was in Epcot.
It is in Epcot. It is in Epcot. There we go.
Somebody said the men in Morocco playing their music in the shop.
Shepard might have it. Chris says the outpost between a couple of the countries. Do you want to give a little more specific?
And then Stephanie.
I haven't seen Stephanie's comment. Oh, Stephanie is the Africa section of the World Showcase. Yes, I think that's close enough. I think that between Stephanie and
so combine the two, and we have a winner.
The African outpost in Epcot. Let's hear the reveal. It's because it's so good. It's catchy.
Yes. Let me just show again for them why. Oh, it's not that. Then I'll show you another time. The camera. Just because.
Do you want a moment?
No. Let's go to number 2. Fast. It's number. Well.
I don't know what he's going to play, but
yes,
it's going to be interesting.
In 1, 2, and 3.
So just for the record, this is not the order that I think, like in terms of like easiest to hardest. This is not. You guys are on your own at this point.
Have fun.
No. So let's see. I don't know whether anybody's going to get them the first one or not.
Somebody
So
mentioned Italy.
Italy.
Like we're just now getting to on the delay to the comments that are coming through for when it first played.
Want to play one more time while we're waiting?
1, 2, and 3.
So I see. So yes, Stephanie says the Mexico boat ride. Still, beer garden. Oh, beer garden's not a bad.
No, it's not a bad guess.
We got a Mexico guess,
and it's not Mexico.
Germany pavilion in general.
It is not.
Somebody said the Adventurers Club.
Not Adventurers Club. It's not arriving
That's
at Magic
clever.
Kingdom. Adventurers Club. I missed the Adventurers Club.
Which I never got to see.
So sad.
It literally closed like 2 years after I was born, if I remember correctly. It was late 90s, wasn't it?
So Lisa is asking, is it an episode? This is not 20 questions, Lisa.
Wrong show.
Josh says UK sounds like bagpipes. Oh, that's interesting. So here's the thing.
That's a clever get. You're getting closer.
I want you to. I'm going to give you some little direction here. We're going to listen to it again, and I want you to pay particular attention to the tail end of the sound.
Okay.
So Mark Jones says French Pavilion, and Michael says France, and you guys would be correct, but I need you to be more specific than that.
Just him saying that gives away a huge hint.
Yep.
Does it though, really?
If you know Jason, it does.
To know what time of day was this played? It's not Germany.
It's not off kilter.
So it is in the France Pavilion. We've narrowed it down to that much.
It is in France Pavilion. It's not the chair stacking guy, although he's
That's
amazing.
a good guess, though. That's a good guess. I'm shocked nobody's gotten this yet.
How about this? This was actually featured in one of my top 5 lists.
And a live that he did the other day.
I will play it again. In 1, 2, and 3.
Narrows it down like half the word.
Mark Jones, very good.
He got it.
Impressions de France, which
Doesn't
is my
seem sure with his answer. Say it with authority.
there's no question about it. Impressions de France. That's it. That's it. Let's have the reveal, and then I'll explain more.
But he said, I can't remember the name of that show that you liked that got replaced by the Beauty and the Beast sing along.
Wait a second. It got displaced. It did not get
comment of the day right
replaced.
there.
No,
Thank you, Lisa.
Impressions de France. So that sound was recorded last night, and it was a beautiful thing. It only runs in the evening because they run some other fun flam thing during the day, which we won't talk about. And it's my favorite thing. I love it. And that scene, if you're wondering, well, it takes place in France, of course. It is Impressions of France. It's right after the wedding scene. So it's the celebration. It's the reception party. They're dancing out in front in the little square. It's a lovely scene. I want to go back and see it again right now. Right now.
They're closed.
Okay. So let's go to our third one. This one would be different. So in 1, 2, and 3.
For your safety, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened, tray table stowed, and your seat back in its full upright position.
Let's wait for the delay.
Yeah, and Carlos, while you're doing that, I had a couple of people ask if you guys are in the same room. So if you can flip back to that other camera, that might share a little perspective for some folks that joined us late.
We'll show. I cannot show right now, but I'll show.
Why the button? Did the button break?
Yeah, no, because
It's a button.
This is about as comfortable. I can tell you this much. This is about as comfortable as a garlic press. That's what this is.
Right here. We're in the same room.
There you go. So a little perspective as to why we have a tiny bit of echo at times. Well, I think it's a tiny bit of echo. I hear a tiny bit of echo. You might hear more, but yeah. So that explains it.
Carlos said this evening. It's like still echoing in my head.
Really. But so that's kind of the perspective for you all, for those that are wondering, at least.
Uh, yeah,
So
it's
the
funny.
gases are rolling.
No, you're not getting. I thought it was.
This was the easy one.
Yeah,
There's
that's
a lot
the
of votes
easy
for
one.
Itopia.
Let's start again. This is actually the desired effect. This is what I wanted. So thank you, everybody. Let's hear it one more time.
In 1, 2, and 3.
For your safety, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened, tray table stowed, and your seat back in its full upright position.
Oh, that's so. I'm so glad this is challenging because
Chris says Jungle Cruise, Kimberly Spaceship Earth, Michael Riley Mission Space. Chris just put in a latitude and longitude.
Coordinates there.
buses. Caleb says buses. It's not. These are not bad. Okay, so these are not bad guesses.
No.
But you have to think a little outside the box.
Mm-hmm.
And
actually, what happened is that
I don't want to give it away.
yeah, if
Chris said, "Is it on a boat?"
Hmm?
I'm not going to answer that question because I don't know the answer.
What did he ask?
Is it on a boat?
It is not on a boat. It is not on a boat.
Somebody said the flight into Orlando.
No, it happens. Actually, wait. Oh, wait, no. So the sound was recorded on Disney property, but it was not recorded in a park. It was not recorded in a park. How about that?
Somebody said, "See, I'm not the only person playing 20 questions." I think it was, I think it's Lisa that said that.
yeah,
Angela says Kilimanjaro Safaris. It was no. So now you have to throw out all of your inside of a park answers.
They said the Magical Express.
It's not. It's not a bus.
Skyliner, no.
No. Play it one more time.
Yes,
They're gonna get it here soon.
in 1, 2, and 3.
For your safety, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened, tray table stowed, and your seat back in its full upright position.
Can I give?
It's good. It's good,
Can
right?
I give
It's good.
just a little hint?
So no. Let me give him a hint. You ready?
Yeah.
That was recorded today. So if any of you have been following me on Instagram,
I think somebody
know-
got it.
Let's see.
No,
No one got it.
nobody got it.
What are you talking about? You don't even know what it is, Colin.
My powers of deduction over here.
So that's one thing that the hint I will give is that actually the cast member is making.
So are you saying they shouldn't take him literally? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Yes.
Maybe you shouldn't take it. Maybe you shouldn't take it literally. So you guys are it's like Living with the Land, no, Star Tours. Those are all inside parks. This was not inside a park. But if you knew which park I went to today, it may help you. Chris Shepard. Chris Shepard got it.
He didn't say it with authority, though. It was one of those question mark answers.
But he got it. Yes.
So yes,
have to
Chris
learn to
Shepard.
commit.
It was a monorail. Now I want to know which monorail was it.
What color?
That's right. Actually, let's go ahead and roll the reveal.
The reveal. Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Monorail Silver. Our next stop will be the Transportation and Ticket Center. For your safety, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened, tray table stowed, and your seat back in its full upright position while we travel on Walt Disney World's Highway in the Sky.
Silver.
Cherry
Silver.
golf. That sounded green to me. That's what he said.
Oh, it was a lot of fun.
Okay.
That was good. I'm sorry. Like I thought
those
Carlos
would be
convinced
easy.
me that would be the easy one, and then he put it last, which kind of ended up being appropriate. Who knew?
Of those three, I wouldn't have expected any of them to be hard, but I can't hear them. so they could have been much harder than they appear.
Hello,
Thank you, Jerry.
So, my friends, it we're getting close to the end here. It was an amazing. I was telling here behind the scenes. I was telling to Jason that I don't know about you because it was there was some technical issues for us. It's still going on here, but gosh, I had fun in this one. This one was one of the most fun ones that we did, and fun to do and fun and to enjoy. And I hope uh, we could show that to you. Jason, your word of wisdom for the end of the show.
I'm just glad we made it to the end of the show. 'Cause I wasn't sure there. And I'm so sorry that you.
We didn't get lost in the middle.
And I'm so sorry
Need
that
a
the
treasure
echo,
map to get out of
because
it.
of the echo. Some of you had to hear me twice a lot of times, maybe
Nobody
all the
wants
time,
that.
which is really sad, which is really unfortunate. No, but this was a lot of fun, and I enjoyed the music, and I enjoyed I enjoyed your change of heart top 5. That was interesting. And I just want to take this opportunity to remind everybody that tomorrow is Friday, and that means it's Fun Shirt Friday on the lunch break. So 12 p.m. Eastern here at themagiclive.com. I would love to see you there. Hopefully sporting your Fun Shirt. Doesn't have to be a Disney shirt, but it's always nice to be on brand in the Disney universe. And I have also been I'm putting together like just a whole bunch of snippets because tomorrow's topic or subject is moments in the Magic Kingdom, and I'm gonna present. I can't want to say a video, but it's a video, but it's a series of videos of snippets from around or in the Magic Kingdom, most of which are relatively recent, some of which kind of go back several months or even to parts of last year. But I thought it'd be fun to just throw together some videos that like most of you haven't seen. So tomorrow, Moments in the Magic Kingdom, here at themagiclive.com, 12 p.m. Eastern. And then, of course, on probably not Sunday, but next week, there's going to be some new videos rolling out because the parks are open again. So I have new material to bring to you guys, and I'm so excited. I was in the Magic Kingdom filming today. I was in Epcot yesterday. It was like so excited. I'm just excited to sit in the space again. Collin, I can't wait for you to get down here.
Yeah, it's going to be different. For me, I literally spend, well, for the people viewing at home, I'm spending about a week, well, a little over a week actually, at Beach Club with some family. And I mean, if all goes well, we're going to try to do a show from somewhere in that area, live from the Beach Club boardwalk, somewhere over in there, if we can make it happen. If tonight is any inclination, it may or may not happen.
No, but we're gonna.
It'll be different, but we'll do it.
We're gonna do it different, but we're gonna do it. Yes.
Yeah, so hopefully you'll see some empty parks pictures coming from me at some point because the crowds are so low, theoretically.
I forgot to tell you, Collin. I forgot to mention to you. I took a puddle picture yesterday.
Really? I'm
yeah.
proud of you, Jason.
yeah. I was practically in the puddle. I was so excited
you
about
have
it.
to be so close to it that basically it's with the lens right above it. Yeah.
I have to share it with you. Yeah, it was so excited. I was like, this is a Collin moment. He's so proud of me right now.
Well, maybe we'll get a little bit of dose of that if we're lucky at the night that we all meet up at the boardwalk or the beach club, wherever we end up. If it rains over in that area, there's some really cool opportunities there. But yeah, you'll see some new content from me coming here soon as I kind of digest that experience and push out some new things, different things. And of course, I'll add more photos to the mix. I mean, I've got tons of hard drives sitting behind me, but it never hurts to have a few more variety. And now it's going to be kind of a different experience, a little something different to share. And of course, the shop is always on my site, guide4wdw.com/shop, where you can actually purchase a select few of the photos and get them in print form. Really unique print process, kind of darker than normal than what you'd see on a backlit display, but very different. It's a metallic finish, so all the colors pop really well. So something different, something fun, and encourage you all to check it out at some point. But we'll have content here coming soon, hopefully from the parks. Carlos?
And well, I already mentioned to you guys, my content is mostly in Portuguese, and actually tomorrow we're gonna be doing live videos in Instagram from Magic Kingdom, and on Saturday from Animal Kingdom, and it's going to be in Portuguese, so it's a good chance to learn Portuguese. I already told you that, but. Again, thank you for all. There's a lot of you that are already following me, and that show up in my live show every Tuesday night, and it's always great to see you get there. Caleb was the in the last one. He showed up too. Thank you. It's always appreciated. Okay. And if you could see me tomorrow at Ponto Orlando at the Instagram, you can see me live from Magic Kingdom. I'm gonna be walking around the park and trying to absorb the things and to have that experience there. And I'll be there for pictures too, and take pictures as. I'm living on my archive for a while, so I need new things there. Thank you. And
absolutely.
And buddies, thank you very much for you, both of you, because it was it's always fun, and a lot of people say that but today was special. I'm really happy. And someone asked us about if he's going to be next week, that he's going to be here, Collin. No, it's in 2 weeks.
It's actually the week after next. Yes. Yeah, the week after next. Yeah.
Next week we're gonna do a normal show.
Yeah, hopefully.
I mean, as normal
relative,
as they ever are.
Okay.
Well, thanks for being here, everybody. Actually, let's switch it up. Jason, close it out for us.
Yes.
Can you believe we made it all this way through? No. Thank you for being here. It's been a pleasure. It's been fun having Carlos here with me. Collin, I'm looking forward to you being down here in a couple of weeks. We have the whole gang together. And until next week, please have a lovely rest of your evening, and I will see you guys tomorrow on lunch break at 12 p.m. Eastern.
We can
see ya.
You can say bye-bye from here too. And then the bye-bye, the three of us here. Bye.
Thanks for being here.
Have a good week, guys.
Watch the moment unfold. Spark a Story.